Welcome everybody. Today I am playing SWAT 4, my favorite of the SWAT games. I played a few of them, but this one definitely the most. And it's funny, I just kind of forgot about this game for a while, and then I came across it recently and hadn't played it in, I couldn't even tell you the last time, so it's been quite a while. Um, so I think it's fun to dust it off and give it a try again. And thought for the sake of nostalgia, why not bring it back and see if this game still holds up? Which, I thought, I think I played it, at most a couple of years ago, and I don't know, it was great as I remember it. So, and the funny thing is, I believe it came out in 2005. And I've been playing this game since, around then or shortly after, and I've actually never beaten the game. Hate to admit it. So I figured I'm going to do this series. We'll try to play through and maybe even complete all the way through. That would be great. And, maybe it'll work out this time. I think before I would get frustrated and end up quitting along the way, but let's see if we can do it this time. So I certainly don't claim to be an expert on this game despite playing it for quite a bit. So I'm just going to leave it on normal, and I figure if we can get up to 50 for these first few missions are pretty easy if I remember, but pretty quickly it escalates and they start getting to heavily armed suspects and getting much more difficult. So I think 50 is reasonable. So all right, this is the first mission. I started a new career, Officer Wiggum, Simpsons. Best I could come up with. It was surprisingly difficult for me to actually come up with a clever cop name, so there you go. If you got a better one, let me know. Alright, let's get the briefing on this first mission.
Central BCC to Adam Boy, Truck 1 on TAC 2.
U1, go ahead.
U1, for arrest warrant service, armed homicide suspect. Detective 247 Adam requests you respond to 1572 Norman Street, Food Wall Restaurant. Primary suspect is wanted in multiple homicides and has organized crime connections. A secondary subject suspected of felony modification of firearms is also likely to be armed. Use caution.
U1, roger. Okay, guys, listen up. OCID has spent a lot of time setting this one up. They've asked for our help serving the arrest warrant. For the last 2 weeks, the Food Wall Restaurant has been under close surveillance. We believe the owner, one Leanne Niu, an experienced gunsmith, deals in the illegal modification of firearms, in this case, fabricating custom high-volume magazines. Niu maintains a residence above the restaurant and does his business there. He's been questioned about illegal arms before, but walked. 10 minutes ago, Detective Shiri cited Alex Jimenez entering the restaurant. Look at your files. Alex Jimenez, also known as the Knife, is a hitman with Colombian connections. He's a key suspect in multiple homicides over the last year and a half. Jimenez should be considered armed and dangerous. Shiri believes that Jimenez is presently inside the business, having modifications made to a MAC-10 submachine gun used in a recent homicide. We want the evidence intact, so we can't give Jimenez and you any warning. The restaurant's patrons and employees will still be in the building when you go in. As always, target ID. Your first priority is, of course, to avoid any civilian injuries. But after that, secure the gun in Jimenez's possession. OCID is looking forward to having a long talk with both Jimenez and you, and that gun is just the thing to make them chatty. So take a careful look at the floor plans, plan your entry, and gear up.
Alright. So for this one, they only give you one option. Of course, when you start, you can run around, and what I tend to do is I send one team up to the front to enter the dining area. Usually, if I remember right, there might be a civilian or two in there, and then I would take a second team to the back door and then begin clearing through there, and ultimately going to the upper level. So here's our suspects, these two guys. This mission, of course, being the first one, I don't think they throw you too many curveballs normally. So I think, there might be a third armed suspect, maybe even a fourth, but typically I've also seen it where it's just those two. Alright, here's our timeline stuff. Okay, so definitely don't need a ton of firepower for this one. So I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and just stay with the suppressed SMG. However, for Jackson, I will leave him with the shotgun. And these are the guys I plan on sending in the front. I'll send blue team, I'll take red team with me. And it looks like our loadout is pretty good here. Pretty good mix of everything, so I'm happy with that. Alright, so let's check it out. It's funny, this game's old and it's still like my computer's struggling.
Detective 247, Adam, this is Central BCC. Adam, Hathaway is Truck 1 responding to 1572 Norman Street for high-risk warrant service.
Okay, so first thing I gotta figure out how to, so I want these guys. I might as well gas it. No, wait a second. Oh, blue team.
Blue team, open, bang, and make entry. Got it.
Whoops, wrong button there.
Red, I got point. Get behind me. Hands up! Shit, he's the police! On your knees!
Sierra 1 reporting I have an unknown contact.
Get down! Put your hands up and get down!
Entry team to talk. Injured suspect secure and ready for transport.
Roger that. Trailers and EMTs are standing by.
Police, drop your weapons! It's a lot. Ugh. Police, get down now!
Suspect contact.
Police, get down and put your hands up! Police,
Suspect
get
running.
on the ground now! Get Police, get down now! Police, on the floor! You're busting the food
Civilian
wall? What
has
the hell?
complied.
Put your hands up!
Sierra 1 reporting. Suspect spotted. Side 1, level 2 in the living
You're
room.
in my way,
Put your hands
sir.
up and get down!
Move over, sir.
I thought that was a quick
Wait your
way to do
turn.
this.
Clear it.
Need you to move.
Go.
Check. On it.
Let's go. No visible threats.
Sierra 1 reporting. Be advised I lost sight of the suspect.
Blue. Cuff him. Red team. Open and clear. Go when ready.
Copy, boss. Go, go, go! Clear so far. Moving
Doc,
forward.
this is Sierra 1.
Clear.
Element
Room clear.
spotted.
Oops. Still
Stack
learning
up on
this
that
new
door.
system.
Check. On it.
That's our gun.
Now we're going.
Talk, this is entry team.
Sir, door is
Evidence
open,
secure.
ready when you are.
Roger that.
Not
Good
stand
job.
directly in front of the door.
Check behind the door.
One
gonna
suspect
have him.
in sight.
Yeah. Let's
Gas
gas
it. Go when ready.
Where'd they
I got a suspect.
Hands up! Get over
Let's go.
Drop your weapon! Get those hands up!
Compliant.
Get down! Drop your weapon! Get in there and clear.
Come on, boss.
me!
Suspect compliant. Move it, guys.
Damn it, I'm clean.
Garage. It's
I didn't do
clear.
anything.
Hands up!
Whoop.
Entry team to talk. Suspect in custody, ready for pickup. Talk, this is entry team. Suspect cuffed and secure for transport.
We're clear.
All in.
Prepare to move.
Let's
With
get
you, sir.
downstairs. Finish clearing the downstairs.
Clear it. Move.
Roger that, sir.
Move
Get
it.
down!
Go,
Hands
go,
in the
go.
air!
A cop!
Keep it going.
On your knees, now!
Gerard,
Room clear.
here.
This
Civilian is compliant.
Entry team to talk. Civilian is okay, ready for evac.
We'll get to you
Roger
in a
that.
minute.
Trailers standing by.
Tie him down.
On it, sir. We'll get you out of here.
What the hell is going on?
TOC,
We're
this is
doing
Entry
this.
Team. Civilian is safe, secure, and ready for evac.
Nice
All
work.
right,
Let's
I'm
head
just
back to
gonna
HQ.
finish this little run through, make sure we were good. Even though I know we are, it says that, but sometimes there's guns and stuff that are left behind. That it just contributes to a little higher score if you end up getting everything. But it looks like we were overall pretty successful on this mission. Alright, I think we would be code 4 at this point. And that was actually a really good one. Everybody came out healthy. Um, I don't know if I called in all the suspects or not. Yeah, that's right, that guy in the back, I think. Unauthorized use of force? On who? I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I was being shot at by both of those guys, if I remember right. Maybe the first guy didn't actually shoot at me or not, but in any case, not my smoothest mission, but not too bad for the first one. So, yeah, well, let me know what you think, and I'll get ready for the next one. See you next time.